Hello and welcome to this special edition of Quick Hits. This is your preview show for the upcoming 2015 football season. Along with Karen Bright, I'm Agir Deliu. Welcome. So much to talk about. First off, Karen, before we jump ahead and look forward to the upcoming season, we're going to review what a wonderful season the Segundo Eagles had in 2014. Now the Eagles went 11-1 overall, 10-0 undefeated in the regular season and undefeated in Ocean League play, and that brought them their first ever Ocean League championship. Unfortunately though, that one loss came at a crucial time in the playoffs against Semi Valley that ended that Cinderella run. Now, last year's team had a lot of talent. That was a deep team and they lost a lot of talent. One guy particularly, the elephant in the room, number 8, Lars Newbar, he graduated. He's at USC now playing baseball. What do you think his impact, not being anymore a part of this Segundo community and a part of this football team, will impact this year's squad?
Well, Egidio, I think that the absence of Lars Newbar is definitely going to have one of the biggest impacts on this season. He has to be one of the most composed high school athletes I've ever seen on and off the field. His confidence, his leadership, even just his positive, the way he went about everything, so positive, that energy. Hopefully some of that rubbed off on this squad, and they'll be able to carry it through this year. And it's big shoes to fill.
And hopefully it rubbed off on the guy that's stepping up to take his spot, number 12, Jason Cale, who will be the new starting quarterback for the Segundo Eagles this upcoming season. And we've talked to him before. And how do you think he will transition from backup into starter this year?
Well, I think one of the biggest assets for Jason Cale is the player management that Coach Steve Shevlin has. I think that Coach Shevlin isn't putting the pressure on him. I think that he's not asking him to be the next Lars. He's giving him his time and his space to adjust, to take ownership of leading this team, which we saw just a little while ago as he kind of pumped them up to get ready for their first night practice tonight. So I think that's a really great environment to have him do the best that he possibly can this season.
Here with the new starting quarterback for the Segundo Eagles, Jason Cale. Jason, you guys have been practicing for a few days now. How does that feel? It's your team, it's your year. How does it feel, man?
It feels great, man. I'm excited to get the year going. Coaches keep us well prepared. You guys are my brothers out here, and I'm excited to get going.
And in an interview, Coach said that you're not trying to be Lars Newbar. You're trying to be yourself. What have you done to prepare yourself for this upcoming season?
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to be steady, be consistent. I know the guys around me are gonna make plays for me, and I'm gonna trust my teammates. So.
Last year was a Cinderella story for you. What do you guys have to do this year to win the Ocean League again for a second consecutive year?
We just gotta compete. I think we got a skilled team this year, and we're all confident. We trust our coaches, and we're gonna go out there and compete every day.
All right, I'm here with Taz Tawese. New team, new season. What's the feeling you guys have right now?
I feel like everybody came out with a lot of intensity this year, like knowing that Lars Newbar is gone and we weren't going to be strong at the quarterback position, but that's what everybody was saying. But I feel like we're going to be strong, our line's going to be strong. I feel like we're ready to go this year, everything. I think we're ready to go.
What kind of work have you guys put in the offseason to get ready to support this new quarterback?
More time on the field, more time doing hurry-up offense with our offense, more time in the weight room. Everybody's getting way bigger. And that's it.
Here with Shimon Moore, wide receiver and safety for the Segundo Eagles. Shimon, how has practice been so far?
It's been good. We've been keeping up the intensity. Now that it's kind of like a junior heavy team, we got to keep it up and be more physical. Everyone's pretty young, so, we got to step up a little bit, replacing people.
And you're one of the veterans that's coming back. You're a senior year now with the Segundo Eagles. What has Coach told you as one of the leaders on the squad?
Just to always keep the intensity up and keep acknowledging the people, and when they do something good, let them know, keep them up,
All right, we're here with Coach Shevlin. It looks like it was the first great night practice. How do you think it went?
I thought it went really well. We were hoping the energy would be higher. First night practice is always pretty good, but I thought the kids came out with a lot of energy. We focused on, having that and really trying to compete and get better. So from that standpoint, I thought it was really good. We're still young, and we're still making young mistakes, but the effort's there, and that's kind of where we're focusing right now.
And yeah, Lars is obviously going to be an absence that's definitely felt. I think it's so interesting, though, that your guys really seem to be realistic about the situation in a positive way. How have you kind of instilled that in them?
Well, we talked a lot about last year's team being special, but it's a new group of kids. I think it's a very talented group of kids. They know they're talented. They just know that they have to grow and mature as athletes and hold themselves accountable, which we're talking a lot about. And we're going to focus a little bit more on where our strengths are. Jason's a great controller of the game. He controls the game really well, and we're going to manage the game with that. And use Taz more as a running threat, passing threat, and try and get him the ball with Isaiah and those kids. So it's going to be a little bit different offense. It'll look the same, but I think the results may be a little bit different in terms of who's carrying the ball more, who's throwing the ball more, catching the ball more. And then defensively, it's just about growing. We need to grow. All the linebackers are being replaced. 2 other defensive linemen are being replaced. So it's a matter of nurturing and see where we are when we get to league.
1, 2, 3. Well, what a great day, and as everybody files out here of Hazeltine Field, carrying a great first night practice for the El Segundo Eagles. A few things that stuck out. Taz Tawase, the guy that everybody's talking about this year, and Duncan Papale. First, I'll talk about Taz Tawase. He has a taste of varsity football last year. He had over 600 yards combined, both rushing and receiving, and had 10 touchdowns. So that's big numbers. As a sophomore, this year he's going to be a junior. Duncan Papale, he's a monster, 6'5", 245. He had 40 total tackles. 16 of those 40 total tackles were tackles for a loss. So he's going to be a beast on the defensive side. And you talk to Coach, those are 2 guys that he was really, really excited about. It was like Christmas Day for him when he was talking about those 2 players. Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, Coach Chev really looked like he was almost holding back how excited he was. He looked like he was exploding with excitement after today's practice. We could tell it went really well on the field. And like you said about Taz, he was a standout player last year, and it's hard to remember that he was only a sophomore. Even coming in today, I had to remind myself, when I looked at him, I thought he was a senior, and he's just a junior. So he has so much more development and so much more football to play here. It's going to be awesome to see what he does this season.
We're definitely very much excited for the 2015 football season, and the Eagles are going with a brand new look. They have new helmets, new personnel, new players on the field. It's going to be exciting. Game 1 is going to be against the losing Olympians on the road, not too far from here, so definitely check that out. Well, for Karen Bright, I'm Miguel Deliu. For Quick Hits and El Segundo TV, we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.